Sometimes it may seem that you're coming into crypto late, but is that really the case? By late, it is true that you're joining, if you're joining in this last year, after the time of Satoshi and his time in crypto, but you are likely here before crypto has changed the world, because you're here now and it hasn't changed the whole world yet, though it's heading that way. Now, in recent months, Facebook, now Meta, threw the crypto world into focusing on the metaverse and where it is going. My guess is almost all of us have seen Ready Player One, and we can envision a game close to as immersive as that one is from the movie, at least some point in the near future. Now, sometimes it is movies that direct technology. If we look at Star Trek and the communication devices that they use to communicate with the ships, well, they look a lot like cell phone flip phones that were later invented, right? Remember also how they would put the captain of the other ship on the big screen. Well, that was way before such technology existed, and yet that is exactly what we could do today. I mean, we could use these TVs behind me for that combined to be like one TV. Now, do you remember in Ready Player One, the connection in the game where he buys that suit in the game with the credits that he just made from winning that race, and then it is shipped to him in real life? Well, that tech is going that way, and really there's been one company that's bringing that type of thing to reality. You've probably heard of them, Uniqly. But if you haven't, they are a project with a token as well that allows anyone to create a t-shirt or clothing item that can be used in the metaverse or real life, or can be used in both. Welcome to the Crypto Rainn channel. I'm your host, Jay Rainn, and if you like money and crypto and are looking for a real investor's take on the crypto market, join the Rainmaker family by liking the video, this one particularly, and subscribing with the all notifications bell enabled. Special note, you know this, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crypto investor myself, sharing with you how I think about the crypto market, as well as specific cryptos I like. I do own or plan to own most of what I talk about on this channel because I simply don't cover cryptos that I don't believe in. Now, as you can imagine with the YouTube channel, we get hit up a lot for sponsors, and we say no to almost all of them. And a few, when we think there is value for our Rainmaker family, we say yes to. We agreed to do a sponsored video with Uniqly because I feel like they're offering something that is right smack in the middle of where massive growth is going to happen, as well as their token price is near massive low support levels, as well as much of their token supply has now already been vested. So I like where the price is at, I like what products and services they're offering, and specifically what narrative they're in. And I think their positioning gives this project a far better than average chance of success. So we had to say yes to this one because I love this one for the audience, and particularly where the token price is at. But before we can get into the token price, we really have to do a good job of sharing with you, well, why do I feel like there's value here in the first place? So first of all, what is Uniqly? Well, actually, right when you come to their website, Uniqly, that's with a Q, uniqly.io, it shows you actually right here. So you can have shirts made that can be used in the metaverse, and then essentially you can have them cashed in and use them yourself. You can also use their shirts in augmented reality so that you can kind of test them out. But you can have them shipped to you and be able to use in real life. So they partner, not only can you create things, but they partner with projects and content creators to have these designs made, and that these designs will likely be able to be used in the upcoming metaverses. As well as the owner yourself, if you buy one at any time, you can request the physical item be sent to you, and then they burn the digital item. Now, my understanding is it works the other way too, that you can send it back and they will then give you the digital item for use again. So this gives you an idea of their website here and what's going on. Now, it goes a lot more in depth, so I'm going to take you step by step through it. First, I'm going to take you to, you can create stuff. So you can come to the generator and you can create stuff. So let's just create something here. And we're going to say buy when it's boring. That's one of my favorite sayings. It's definitely unique to me. There we go. Buy when it's boring. And, woo, Crypto Rainn channel on the back. Perfect. So we could go ahead and generate this item and and we can create it actually on Polygon. So you can create it on ETH. In fact, a lot of the stuff that's been created has been on the ETH network. They recently added Polygon, which is fantastic because it makes perfect sense for something like this to be on Polygon, so that the fees to transfer, sell, send to somebody are super, super cheap. Pretty cool, huh? Well, let's talk about what else is going on. So, Uniqly partnered recently with the first real metaverse out there, Decentraland, and this gives you a little bit of an idea. You can have the shirt made and you can have it shipped to you, or you can then use it or wear it on your character in the game. Do you see where this is going? Kind of Ready Player One-esque. Cool, and they're the first ones that are all over this. Now, they're not a new company. They've been around for a while, and there seems to me like they've made the right partnerships to catch some traction as this kind of thing really catches on. Now, with traction, they did do a partnership with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and that did very, very well. And then they did a partnership with CyberKongs. Specifically, I have the data on the CyberKongs, that when they did the partnership with CyberKongs, they made 200 CyberKongs hoodies, and those sold out in just minutes. And there were some people actually that sped up their transaction, paying $200 or more in gas fees to ensure their order went through. And actually, the items themselves went up tremendously. Unfortunately, a lot of this was developed on ETH. Actually, when they started this project, ETH fees weren't so bad, but as we know, as the market gets hot, ETH fees get crazy. So they have now moved it over to Polygon so that you can simply design the stuff right on the Polygon network, so that way it's tradable or sellable or exchangeable on Polygon and save you a bunch of fees. In fact, we have that announcement here. Welcome Uniqly.io to the Polygon ecosystem. By turning to Polygon, their users will now be able to buy, trade, sell NFTs in the quickest and most secure manner possible with lower gas fees. Secure? That might be I don't know how it'd be more secure than the ETH network, but the lower gas fees, absolutely. I'm a huge fan of Polygon. I don't know, that might be a bit overstated. Of course, it's secure. I haven't known of any hacks this way, but definitely the lower gas fees. Perfect partnership that makes sense to me. Now, they also recently won an award for NFT Project of the Year at the AIBC Awards, and you see a picture here, and NFT Platform of the Year. Makes sense. What they're doing is really cool. Can we agree? We will get a chance to look at the price action because, as you know, in this channel, we're investors. So we don't like to buy at highs. We like to buy at lows when we feel like there's a good chance that the price can go up from here. Now, one of the interesting things about it, and see, this is actually some of the shoes that they mailed out, and this person is scanning in a QR code here, and they're just checking the authenticity. So there is a QR code with these items, which means you probably have to save this little tag because that's the QR code that proves the authenticity. But how cool is that, right? And they actually look like pretty decent sneakers and colored, and I think that's way cool that you can design your own NFT stuff, and they've made it in a way that you can design your own NFT stuff, especially if that's then usable in Decentraland and some of the other metaverses. Now, they are in discussion with some of the centralized exchanges for some good listings on as many as 3 coming very soon, though I can't share with you who those are. Yeah, it's nice because if you look at it, let's take a look at Uniqly on CoinGecko, and one of the first things I often look at is the markets that's available on. So right now, there's a lot of liquidity, and that's pretty decent depth on Uniswap. But pretty soon they'll be on some centralized exchanges so you can trade without the huge Uniswap fees, right? Makes a lot of sense. And my guess is with their partner with Polygon, I wouldn't be surprised if they add some liquidity there when they bridge that token over so that you can also trade on QuickSwap, which would make perfect sense because then your trading fees are in the realm of what you would pay for on a centralized exchange. All right. Now, there is also a long list of new collaborations coming soon that I do believe will have Uniqly in the headlines, though I can't tell you all that they are. I'm sworn to secrecy on that. But I also want to share, as far as their token goes, with part of their profits, they allocate funds to increase the liquidity in these pools, as well as they do a buyback and burn for some of the profits that they make. So that does create some increased value for the investors that are holding their tokens. Now, fair to say you could see already why I could say yes to the sponsored video, and we haven't even got into their price. So with everything, I am very price sensitive. So if you know me, I follow these larger patterns, and I like to buy at lows, not at highs. Now, unfortunately, in the last little bit, they had a big uptick. But it's still way, way low, and maybe it will come back down a little bit because it's a pretty steep up. We'll take a look at it, but look at its lows. It hit at 51 cents after being at $6 back in April, May timeframe. So looks like 23rd of April, it hit $6. So still it's at $1.22. That's still 80% off. If we're lucky, it will come back under $1 though. The market cap's just at 11 million, 10.5 million. Another thing to note, look, see, a lot of their tokens have vested. Remember, we often talk about some of these projects when they launch. They only have a small amount of their tokens out there so that they can get as much of a pump early on, but then month after month, more of their tokens vest. And so it increases the circulating supply, and if there isn't a lot of buy pressure, then that puts downward pressure on the price, and you see exactly this. Well, this is a good thing for us that are investors because we like to buy down here so that we can take the ride back up that will eventually happen, especially if the project has good leadership, they're making the right partnerships, they're providing value to the marketplace, and things make sense. And it all added up to me. So Doctor of Stuff, our business manager, helps us screen a lot of the projects that don't even make it to me. When we were talking about this one, I absolutely wanted to cover it because it's the kind of project I would cover in a non-sponsored video, but I wouldn't be able to go into as much depth. So I'm really liking where it's at in the price. Now, if you think about it, there's this new word coming about, Phygital NFTs, and I wonder if that's going to become the big thing, like physical and digital Phygital. Interesting. They might be creating a whole new environment, a whole new ecosystem that really wasn't around before, and they're definitely positioning themselves as the leaders of this. So that's why I was really wanting to cover this. Now, they did make a partnership with Engine that they talk about briefly in this. Engine tweeted this: Uniqly will be able to function at higher speeds with faster transaction trades and optimized features. I don't know further the details on that partnership with Engine, but as you know, in this space, Engine carries a lot of credibility, and they carry a lot of credibility with me. Now, as to how this all benefits you, number one, I like to bring you good research on things that I feel are positioned well to have a lot better upside in the future. Personally, I feel like the token is positioned well for that, though this isn't financial advice. You get to make your own decisions that way, but I like myself very much where the charts are at. To me, that's where I like to buy. I don't like to wait until it's already pumped a whole lot. I'm patient, so if it continues on these lows for a while, I'll wait it out. That's cool. It will come back into the narrative. At least I'm almost always right on that, and I feel like this one will. And then it will pump tremendously, and then it gets a lot of coverage on in a lot of places, and that's when I'm selling. Well, there are some Christmas giveaways, so you can come in and claim some of these for free. Now, depending on how much you have, you can claim different things. And so if you read through, like this one, everyone should be able to claim. It's a regular gift. If you claim it on the Polygon network, so you can change. If you claim it on the Polygon or on the BSC network, it will save you some funds because the claim is so free, though you might have something that would make you eligible. For example, this one, NFT DGen gift. Hold any NFT ERC721 on the Ethereum network for at least 5 months to get a Metaverse wearable. That's not all. Claim the Metaverse wearable, fill a form, and get a chance for a draw for a special physical item with your favorite NFT on it. So in order to do that, you have to have held in this wallet an ERC721 for at least 5 months, and that one specifically has to be on the Ethereum network because it's checking to see if you hold an ERC 721. Same with this one, but this one you can claim on Matic or probably also on Binance Smart Chain and get it for free. There's also, you can claim here, hold Uniqly. If you hold the Uniqly Genesis collection on your wallet, you can get one of these rewards. And you can buy for 333 unique tokens. You can buy a unique Christmas chest, which gives you a mysterious, uniquely Christmas chest with a secret treasure inside. Grab it and check what we have prepared for you today. So how much is 333? Well, roughly at today's price, it's about $333, a little bit over that, about $350 for one of those. If Uniquely takes off, does really well, could have some really good value there. The truth is they didn't reveal to us what's inside these chests. So I'd be speculating like you. I know I did pass up on the Gary V Friends NFT drop to my own detriment, because I think the floor on those is like 22K right now. But I couldn't tell you if this will end up in that realm or not. I just have no idea. But I like what they're putting together. I like what they're doing. These are pretty cool, right? Now, I'm not an artist myself, but that'd be a lot of fun. We've talked about having merchandise on the channel really to emphasize these important principles, because we're emotional creatures. So buying when it's boring, some of the other stuff, maybe the right partnership is here. They have partnered with a lot of content creators. I know Crypto Stash and Kaji Jan. He's funny. He covers a lot of games. He's a really funny personality, younger guy. So he did something with them. So they do have those possibilities. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today on what's going on with Uniquely. Again, this video was sponsored. We did say yes to them. I think you can understand completely why we said yes to them. I think there's real value here in the product that they're offering. But also, I personally like where the token price is at. If you're in the audience and you're looking to level up your crypto gains, consider subscribing to the channel. I am an investor myself. I cover things to give you a unique investor's perspective. Now, I've only been in crypto for 4 years, so not like the whole lifespan of crypto. But prior to crypto, I had been an investor for about 20 years, and I learned to identify cycles, the patience it requires to be successful, and I help share those principles with you that turned my portfolio from thousands into millions in the past 3 years. And my guess is these principles will really help you do better, though we'll see. It has to do with how well you apply them, and in order to understand a system, you have to learn it, and that comes by subscribing every day. And if you like the content you're receiving, give us a huge like. That really helps us beat the YouTube algorithm. For some reason, they've really slowed down how much they're sharing out our videos, and I like to think we put on good content here. And if you agree with that, click that like button for us, because it will help grow our audience. Now, as we grow our audience, that increases our ability to do more giveaways for you. And so we do give away 125 wand chain every week, and as we get bigger, we'll get bigger sponsorships, bigger giveaways for all of you. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. I'm going to give you a little bit of our Rainmaker wrap, and then we'll see you next.
Came into the space, chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, you buy before you could. Was told to buy when it was pouring like a rainmaker should. Buy when it's down.